Hey everybody! I started the stream a little early, but I want to go to bed. But oh no, why is it? Why is it in the rains? Turn this off. Alright. Oh, really? Is that its issue? Okay. Oh, no. I gotta use this. Where'd it go? No, I can't open that up on stream. Okay, this and this on. Yep, I'm a very professional streamer. Okay, that worked. Really? Then I turn this off, I guess. Just completely restart the damn app. Over here. Turn this back on. Click on this. Okay. What the hell is this? I gotta use like an Xbox 360 controller emulator thing because I moved over to a Switch controller. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. Moon. No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon. For it will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That rock. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa, hey, stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. Okay, this controller thing ain't working right. Give me just a sec. Say click off. Turn on my light. I'm playing in the darkness like a complete jackass. Where is said controller? Where leave it. There's like a weird delay. There it is. Okay. Turn that off. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do this. Plug this in. Okay. On that. There we go. It'll look a little jank for a minute for it to catch up, but other than that, it should be fine. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. It's okay. I know how you feel, Maya. That's 17, you see? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm a grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. And watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps. Well, Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. If we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time. But no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Ah. October 16th. 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya, what? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. Ah? You mean that guy in the show? Yes! They're saying the Steel Samurai killed a villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he actually did it. In real life. He skewered a villain with a samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick. Please, Nick. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Maya's here, watching television. And now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays a lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. That is an interesting version of Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon, and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No. It's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Yes? Wright & Co. law offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, yes. Of course, we'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided that this will be our first case. Ah. You're adorable when you pout like that, but still. Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate the case, or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. No! We just don't have enough information. Well, alright. Well, let's go on our merry way, I guess. Oh, wow, you're a lion of a man. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. Well, he definitely did it. Murder, at least once. Maybe twice. Whoa! What are you saying? Yes? Is something wrong? No. No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh no. No. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah, it's such a coin flip, aren't you? Yeah, he didn't do it. Well, let's investigate. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 o'clock that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around, and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. Shit, man. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hanna. Dead. He'd been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is? Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and is a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? Oh, I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick! Let's go! I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. I gotta say, that chest hair and the fucking glorious mane he has going on, that's a nice look. I could see him being a main character of some video game. Wow! So this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited? Oh. Hey! You there! You want in? You gotta get through me! Sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today. Something horrible happens and all you can think of is sightseeing. Wasting your time in a place like this. Don't your jobs have... or do lawyers not work like the rest of us? Maybe I should... okay. Live the life of... I was young when things were might different. Mind you, we didn't prance around in the strange hippie clothes. What were the times of... Okay. Nick? Will I grow up like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Yost today! So... I don't even know what voice I'm going for with her. I should just go back to Kraden. So... what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No. You were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was... Hammer. The victim. Dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Willpowers? He's not a bad kid. But don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. Well, what's your reason for suspicion here? Why are you so certain that Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left of here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes. And I saw him. I genuinely don't know what the fuck the voice I'm doing for her is. Ah, God. But Mr. Powers said she was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. But he's no fool. He was the only one that walked by. He's the killer, you can bet your biscuits on it. Well, oh, yeah, fuck. There we go. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if only you knew. Jack Hammer will live on in the many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in a Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. Maybe I'll let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Alright, well, we have to go talk to Mr. Powers, I guess. Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're correct. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio? Oh, security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yeah, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask. Were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Oh, of course. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. What's this about your alibi here? Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. It says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? Doesn't seem to be lying. She probably saw another person in the costume. That's what I'm betting anyway. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Think he would entrust you with the fate of youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. On the left from here, toward the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one inside, pal, for my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, now that. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! No money for you. Okay, that's an odd one. Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day? Nah, it's that confused detective. Hey, pal. You know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault. Saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Aw, you hurt his feelings. I want to hug the big lug. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no. I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it that hard. Don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. Trademark, copyright. I'd say he's a character, alright. So vibing. Well, how's it going? So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, it's, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with the questions. Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Okay, time of death. Yeah, he is a precious big lug, and I want to hug him. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. Think I'm lying? Ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. Oh, it's lagging a bit? Oh shit, it is. Just a sec here. Okay. Give me just a sec. Turn that off. Shit. Okay, go over here. Minimize that. Back in the game. Hopefully this fixes it. A little bit. Why is that? Okay, there we go. That's there. Is the bar gonna turn blue now? It's been yellow this whole time. Oh, now it's red. Wonderful. Ah, whatever. Hopefully it'll be fine. Alright, well, it looks relatively fine. The bar is red. So, what's the evidence here? What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. Photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on the gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no. Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny. For someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh. Laughter. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Well, let's look. Up the camera. Yep. Nothing we don't already know. All you have to do is look at the data. Serial, the number plate. There we go. That's something important. That must be the camera ID number. Now, what is this? The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. I don't see a monkey. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign. Right, the Studio 1 to the Studio 2. It's kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and broke the head off. It took that tree down with it too. Okay. Well, there doesn't seem to be much else here. Oh, let's go a little further in. Nick, look! That security lady in the guard station is stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough that she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Oh, hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ah, she just had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Well, can we see the photo? Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk to the detective. Talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the... Okay, we already know that. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. Well, can I see it? This guard is in the central... Yeah, no matter where you go from here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30. You know? Okay, so we've already seen this. Yeah. About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. Yeah, it can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? It snaps a photo. Apparently it records the time when it takes the picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. So I view all the photos on this computer over at the guard station. Check them every day before going home, I do. Can we see said photo? I just... No touching. Okay. Alright, to the employee area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room. Oh, rating. Well, thanks. I wish I had a notification for that shit. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Hello! Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Ah, it's so, normal. I guess I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Oh, ladies first. Doesn't seem to be much else here. We just gotta go in, I guess. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. Go to the dressing room. It's not locked. Okay. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, fine? You never know. There might be something, like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. Well, let's go in. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right. And there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Well, for the photo evidence, I'm betting it's someone in the costume. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Yeah, I saw the potato raid. Oh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell me the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I kinda like the samurai movies. Kinda. Uh, Tea set. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for tweets and sweets. Why did I say tweets? How many stomachs does this girl have? Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Bowers did take a nap here yesterday. There's the frosted window. It's locked. No one really goes. We got the bag. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. This must be Powers. Says Studio One. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow. You mean borrow. Alright. I'm not liking the dead silence, but alright. So... No, not that. I gotta go through each area individually. And then we go outside Studio One. Oh, I can't just go in? Or do I gotta keep talking with the security lady? Because I did skip a question. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was, past tense? Oh, yes. He was great as the bearded samurai. Oh, that too, yes. He showed the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Mr. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? Oh. Can I present... Maybe I missed something. I don't want to just blow my load there. She might just take it away from me. Who knows? Back in here. Let's look around some more. That. Some regular suits among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you're already wearing one myself. Really? That's like all? Over here? I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. Nope. Okay, I just gotta show off the card key. Maybe. Because I interacted with everything else in there. I get lost sometimes in this. This is a first playthrough. First time. Could you tell me about this, man? Oh, that? Isn't that a studio card key? You better watch it. The scene of the murder is no place for sightseeing. I'll be taking that. Hand it over. Wait, no, that's mine. Look, I don't have a card key to the studio. See? I want to go pay my respects to Jack Hammer where he died. Well, you'll just have to wait. Okay, so that didn't work. Can I... Huh. I made her mad. Hey man, wanna take a look at this? Hey, detective, take a look at this. What's that? Whoa. Don't show him that. He'll confiscate it. Oh, I just wanted to show it off. And he ain't gonna know anything else. Hey man, can I go in? Entrance to Studio One. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Oh, okay, well that looks like it'll work. I just had to go interact with it when I had the key. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. And then what's on this left road here? Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? It looks like a tree fell down over the path? Oh, yeah. That way is kind of dangerous. You should stay out, pal. Suggests that you have a no spoilers note, either on screen or on stream name. I could. Well, I could put it in the stream name if you want, but if someone's being that mean and going out of their way to spoil it, that's fine. I'd be temp banning. Accidental spoilers is fine. There's nothing down there anyway. Oh god, controller. Why? Okay, plug it back in. You... Really? Oh, there we go. That's where Studio 2 used to be. They tell me. I don't use it now, though. Well, sneak past Gumshoe in the Studio 1, I guess. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Okay, so there's the outline. What's over here? The bag is the obvious one. Well, let's look over here. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards that they clap at the start of filming. And look! A megaphone! A real live megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. Well, all I've learned about Phoenix Wright is through the memes. And I know Phoenix gets, like, accused of murder, like, several times. So does Maya over here. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there! Wow, look at that camera. It must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you! No touching that! Oh. I must say, I love your freckles and big glasses. I love that design. Sorry, my partner is kind of... You know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers, WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry. Leave it to us. Alright. Where were you on the day of the crime? Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yeah, well... The studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. Yeah, they're gonna sound basically the same. I've only got like the one or two girl voices. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, and that's where Miss Powers' dressing room is, right? Oh. Yes, that's the place. Well, I fucked up on that one line, but fine. After eating lunch, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What guy? No. I'm sure you're fine though. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. WP was the only one who came to the studio. And he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry. I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue. A lead. Well, I don't know about that. But that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You... sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks, that helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it as a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else must have came into the studio, she must have seen them. Blah 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 words. Well, let's go. The main gate. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here yesterday. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Ah! Alright, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, huh? You were just talking to the assistant in Studio One? Her! She's not even a full-time employee! Oh, and there's the rambling. I'm not even gonna bother that. Oh, and she screamed, and she's gone. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Well, let's go look at the photo. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Yeah. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Well, looks like I have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the day of the murder. Looks like the camera is turned to 1 p.m. on that day. 1. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Oh, shit. Shit. What was its number? I didn't even write it down. 307. I am betting it's 7. I mean 3. In the slot. 307? Let's see what we got. I did it! Right, first try. How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears the suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. October 15th, 2 p.m. Oh. Maybe there's one more photo. Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, it's the only one in the computer. So, it's the second photo. And it was at 2 o'clock. But she says she saw him when she got there. Hey, Nick. Can we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right. We'll put her in her place? Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy so soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey! Why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it's just a joke. So, are we done for the day? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? Well, it looks like the suit doesn't fit that person right. So it isn't our dude. It definitely isn't him. It never is. It never is our client. For whatever reason. Oh, here comes Creighton. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One at Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors do the run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, the young woman, production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to the Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. Time of death was 2:30. A samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone would like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? No, we're good. I think I could probably remember that. So, the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval? Your Honor, the case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. And now I make them both Kraden. Because I give up on trying to do her voice. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie. There's no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. Rabble, 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 rabble. Because I can't say that fast enough. You're objecting to your own witness. Good job. Objection. I object to the witnesses talkative in this. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. Oh, I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can just get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, sir, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have had to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Alright. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading for the studio. Well, how do you know it was him? You saw the defendant, hmm? Very well. Let's begin with the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. So, the best idea I got, we're gonna press her on her errands real quick. Figure out what the hell she was doing. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper! I told you, I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Mr. Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow. I don't want to see a Steel Samurai run-through. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Alright. Now the murder happened. Interesting man. Fuck it. Pull out the card. I just love the dramatic hand slap. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is that the Mr. Powers you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. That is a wonderful expression she has. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, miss. Witness? He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the old The witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow. Old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. All right, what do we got? I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may be cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Okay. So just keep spamming press. Got it. Let's keep going. Oh, okay, and she's just gonna snap. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Yeah, okay. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Make her mad! Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Mr. Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. That poor old Mr. Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. What exactly were you doing? Observing? Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall. Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai, what a laugh. So Mr. Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? And where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up the backdrops. She didn't know about Mr. Powers' ankle. You may continue with your testimony. Broke one of the props. What was it? Which prop was it? Broke a prop. Broke the samurai spear. Okay. Murder weapon. Luckily, I was there with my duct tape. Break in the shaft was mended with duct tape. So, sprained his ankle. Was Mr. Powers' ankles badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Must have napped. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me. Which is... where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? We're gonna object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if anyone else could not have caught on camera. If someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that a possibility also. God damn it, Edgeworth, what are you doing now? And allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Okay, another round. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30, true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. That is literally... Okay, fine. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Alright, what do we got? What can I do? That was true. Yep. Oh, keep pressing it. How do you know that? Huh? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. Then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. The only person... Okay. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking. Right. Well... There was... No, not that. Not that. The photo. Photo 2. So... Let's see. Let's hit this and see what happens. Because it says photo 2. Yeah. Oh god, someone's calling. Okay, one sec. Never mind, telemarketer. Wrong number. Asking for someone else. Oh god. Come on. Controller, work. Oh god. I click off for 1 second to mute and suddenly everything breaks. Ah! I am the most professional streamer around. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Everything's fixed. Quick, hit this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's actually right. It was the right one. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Notice on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that. It means it was taken 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet, there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Huh? Me? The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to me. Can the witness explain this in the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help! Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are, you're a whippersnapper too! Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded in the computer. I was matching it. Shit. I go for like the double press just so I have the whole thing over. It may look like it's lagging a little bit, but it's just so the whole text is there. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Every time Really, controller? So mean to me, I tell you. Sometimes it just doesn't want to. Fine. Unplug, plug it back in. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Every day after yep. So, what was it? How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Old Bag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking little Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. And here's the question. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy. Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second, didn't you say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one can get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you, they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids. So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? It was a child. Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked about to be 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, we see this type every day. Can't catch him, can't stop him. Boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah? And they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information in this time. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Willpowers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts in this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios is a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. There is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for the verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Willpowers. Very well. Mr. Wright, what are your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let's hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? Okay, the kid couldn't have lifted it. Security lady obviously loves the guy. The assistant? I'm betting the assistant. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. He stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying this Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury. Yep, same old. Cleaning up backdrops. She didn't know about Mr. Powers' anger. Oh no. Okay, so it's the old lady. She couldn't have known. She couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. And that kind of takes the legs out from under that case. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Maybe we move on. Well, one more chance. Okay, old lady. Old lady. It was the security lady. Wendy Old Bag. Oh! The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady, Old Bag. What? Whippersnapper. Order! Order! Is this true, Old Bag? Old Bag, that's Miss Old Bag to you. Miss Old Bag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself, in no other words. She has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1 at the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of stealing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, Right here. Sherlock Holmes II, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. We're gonna give her a break. I don't think she did it. I guess this does look kind of like... Yeah, I guess this does kind of make it look like she's the killer. Funny, I feel bad for her all of a sudden. It's true the witness could have conceivably done this crime. Yet, we must not forget that the victim was an action hero. As formidable as her personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough. Uh-oh. If he removes her from consideration, that means Mr. Powers has it. Sorry, Windbag. But I don't have a choice. I'm sorry, little one. Very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. Ah, that did it. Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds. Tops! Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day? Is it be nice to the kids and be mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? God, she's just fucked up. She is definitely very scuffed for voice acting. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could have committed this murder? You said it was too heavy. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. You already ruled the kid out. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings for the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness. Miss Wendy? What's her name? Or something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Hey, we did it. Hooray. Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know something, there was something I was told not to talk about. Oh, not to talk about? By whom? Huh. You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Oh boy. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up here for the testimony. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend I hadn't been at the studios that day. If they're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Hey, you've been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream. Your Honor, witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Alright, what do we got? Who? Well, the director and the producer. The director. Should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of the action without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where are these people? Who are these people? Where were these people? Blah, blah. The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? Yeah, there was a Studio 2. The pathway blocked by the tree, yeah. So nothing too fancy. Continue it. I really don't see anywhere to go with this. We have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day of the question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Yep, there we go. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag. And more information about the other people. Yep. I understand, Your Honor. This ends today's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. There we go. We did it. The first half finished. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really? It's nothing. Or should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get some material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been Miss Oldbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her. Really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I kinda feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there. With or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. To be continued. That's where I'll end this game. For now, anyway. And before I leave, Renji, guess what? I gotta show you the Pokemon. Game saved. Like, I'm just gonna show what I did, like, all morning. Just a brief little, like, update on what's gonna happen next week for Pokemon. Come on, RetroArch, open up. Okay, history, Inclement Emerald. Well, there we go. It's somehow B. Oh, dots? Dots? What's wrong? What's wrong, RNG? So I've done some stuff. See that patch of grass over there? I've been all over the place in some areas that I didn't know I had. And after I got the stone badge, I found out I can get honey from over here now. But I may have been going ham, and there's your Weeping Bell. You're welcome, by the way. I did that immediately after the end of stream. But there was a bunch of things I found. We got full boxes of just random Pokemon. And I probably should have been on stream for this one. Where was it? My first shiny. Yeah, I'll show the normal colors right next to it. This over here. See? You ain't thinking. Well, see, there we go. But since I'm on for a second, I'll let you decide. I've got one Sunstone, and I've got two Pokemon that use the Sunstone to evolve. Where there we go, the Patillo. Now, uh, shit, not that. What is up with all the button prompts here? Like, there we go. Bag, Sunstone. Now, who do I use the Sunstone on? The Shiny or the Patillo? You get to pick the Evo. Because I believe they're both fairy grasses. It's just one's just a giant cotton ball, and the other one's like a plant lady. So, there you go. Pick one. Damn it, controller. Fine. I will plug in. Where did I put the Switch controller? There we go. This is what I've been using for RetroArch anyway. There we go. They're both roughly the same Pokemon, and they're from the same gen anyway. There we go. Uh, best idea I got is probably Patilil, but I do have the shiny. Yeah, that's the best idea I got. They're both roughly the same Pokemon. Just one's a cotton ball, one's a flower. Like here. Well, they did just get a Hisuian Evo. But Cottony's Evo is Whimsicott. I'll show off some of the other randos I picked up. I found a Joltik, I found a Luxray. The Naggle with these. Oh, and this I found. You're gonna love this thing. The weakest dragon type. So you want Lilligant? Lilligant? Because this is what you got, the shiny Whimsicott or the normal Lilligant. But judging from your comments, poor Goomy. Yeah, Goomy goes from Goomy, Sliggoo to Goodra. And Goodra is like my favorite dragon, despite it being the weakest of any dragon type. Goomy's from X and Y. Alright. Here's your Patil. Ooh, Lilligant. Oh, trying to learn Teeter Dance. That's something different. That's great. Who needs Magical Leaf when you got Teeter Dance? And there we go. But there's a bunch of other like fun Pokemon like this thing. Razor Blades, the Pokemon. And I was right. The Dominatrix plant's coming. Another dragon type. Where, oh, where? Where was the one? Makuhita, no. There we go. Phantom. From the same generation as Gumi. Turns into Trevenant. And there was another one. Where? Oh yeah. See, I found Nidorino and Nidoran. So, I just need 2 Moonstones, and I got Nido King and Nido Queen. But other than that, yeah. Save it. And have a good night. I just wanted to have that little input for Pokemon. Oh, that. And next week, yeah, Final Fantasy. I'll do a coin flip for Friday.